Capturing, okay? Can you hear me okay? It's been a long time since I've done this. And on my old computer too, so all my settings are different. Oh, the game's just loud? Okay. That's fine, that I can fix. Maybe. Oh no. Well, hold on. I can fix it. Have to sort of cheese it. Can you hear me better now? Awesome. Yeah, all my settings on OBS defaulted back because I'm on a new computer, and it updated. Um, I think this was a game I got in the game bundle. It's called The First Tree, and I opened it really quick, just to take a look at it, and it was already like too adorable and pretty to play on my own. Uh, and I need to stream this because I love streaming chill games. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes, I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
I have no idea what I'm doing. But may as well explore. Try and see things. Ooh. Campsite? It's all like bluish. Look at the little footprints! Oh, that's cute. It's like frozen. Ooh. Must be a little cold. Aw, okay. So I don't have total free reign to run around and go nuts. It will try and keep me somewhat on track. I felt like there would have been dialogue over the, like, discovery of that little campsite, but I have no idea what the, dialogue has to do with the game anyway, other than apparently this is that guy's dream. I could be like ultra chill and have the fox keep walking, like have it be all the more atmospheric, but I am an impatient person. Oh. Oh no.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
What do I do? Is it dead? Oh. I can't do anything about that. So I'm guessing the fox woke up without her babies? And that's why she was confused and
She couldn't
everything?
stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
Oh, wow. I'm guessing that's the tree that's perfectly in the middle of behind those mountains there.
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Oh, so now I have markers. This is cute and pretty. And, like, already sad. Melancholic, but... it is really loud for me still. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. Ooh. Whoops. I'm so used to games you have to press an old shift to run. Oh, there's more over there. It's supposed to lead me to it. Why is it also leading me, like, out of the way? Do I need those? Can I just go... What's that? Oh. Nice. Aww. That would have rocked. Literally. These are like probably my favorite kind of games. The atmospheric, artsy, kind of like doesn't give you the whole story or lets you be confused for a little bit. Oh.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade.
That's cute.
You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friend had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Oh, I'm at the school. That's what that is. Or like pieces of the school are there. That's neat. Are these the ones I already got? These aren't. No. The ones I got. Oh, wait. Wait, no, yeah. Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Oh, no, this is further out. I got an achievement for finding that little toy boat. So it's gonna probably. Oh, there's more down there. I'm gonna go this way first, and then go down that way. You can't see like. I feel like you can't see quite all of them from just one from just one little angle. Crayons. Those are big crayons. I like that. I like how there's like elements of the real world in this dream like that. Oh, how am I gonna get up there? Is that a tank? Excuse me? I really love the like purple and blue, or like pink and blue tint to everything.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Whee! This game is really pretty. Yeah, let me up. Out here encouraging the Skyrim mountain climbing tactic. There we go. It's a little ducky. Aw. I don't think I'll get fall damage, but I don't. Oh, I still don't want to fall, just in case. What are the other? The other ones are like right there. There's more stuff that way. I'm assuming I have to get all these little lights to unlock something. Because even though it looks like I would just like head towards the tree, they said that these little lights like lead the way. So I'm assuming I gotta collect them and unlock something to get to the tree. Like through the mountains. It's really cool, like I said, how they have like the elements of the real world in here, but it makes it feel like this was a world that got abandoned or like blown over by a snowstorm or something. Wow, those like glacier looking mountains in the back are really beautiful. I also really appreciate a game that I don't have to completely talk through constantly. Oh. No! I tried to double jump, but it's too late. Okay. Okay, where were the other ones? Over there? There's those there. I'm guessing the duller ones are farther away. Oh, there's a thing to dig up there, though. Maybe I'll curve around. 'Cause I feel like that one over there is further away. Hopefully going from here up won't be too hard. I really love the way that glows. It's really pretty. Like, it looks like something from a game or a piece of art. But on the other hand, I want to know. I don't live near glaciers. Maybe someday.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
I never wanted to be anything that my parents were, but my parents weren't anything too unique. My birth father just worked at a car factory. My mom did all kinds of like little like odd office jobs. I think she was in insurance for a bit, stuff like that. And my stepdad was a union electrician, which wasn't bad, but that kind of stuff never appealed to me. Thank goodness too, because years later, yeah, that's definitely not what I want to do at all. But ooh, I got high. I didn't like that. But I did know from a young age that I wanted to work with animals, and at least I'm on track for that. Oh, are those floating? It's like a big ice cube. Oh no! I only have 2 ups. That's not enough ups. Oh, that's not enough ups. How do I get up there? Oh, it's doing the thing again. Does not like me, put your paws on the ground, my friend, so we can jump. Thank you. Alright. Then this way? Maybe? Probably not. Nope, don't break it, please. Ah, I got... I don't think walking makes a difference. Oh, I see. I should really just explore more instead of trying to, like, Skyrim climb everything I come across. Oh, that's not even enough. Just a box. Oh, it's a TV. Naturally, of course. The way I'm stubbornly confused about all of this. I feel like I'm supposed to get up on this ridge first. Right? I'll keep going this way. I'm trying really hard not to crunch this lozenge in my mouth. Loudly crack into the microphone. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, and sure enough, there's something to dig up here. The digging ones are not as bright and noticeable as the little lights. Probably because I guess these are bonus and not necessary.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
I wonder if I'll be able to break my habit of just trying to force my way up things by the time I finish this game. Oh god, it's encouraging me to jump off. I don't like it! Okay, cool, I was fine. I still didn't like it. That kind of stuff makes my stomach flip, even in games. There was, something I played where you jump from really high up. And it, I felt it. I felt it in my body. And I did not like it. Don't think there's any left over here. So I guess we'll continue this way. Oh. Oh, loading. Oh my goodness. This area is really pretty too. Am I gonna go through like a bunch of different biomes? Cause that's really cute. Look at the grass swaying and the light playing over it. Wow. This is cute.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom, so I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all, put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
I see those rocks over there. There's something over there too. Alright, back right into the rock. The light over there.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Ew. This school. Why is that one so long? Now the cop car. Yeesh. Even these little lights are shaped cute. Oops, I'm stuck on the chalkboard. There we go. Oh, hello? This is cute. I don't want to leave it, and I don't know what it did. Oh, I have butterflies now. Whoa! Okay, that was cool. That was cute. I loved that. Oh, I really loved that. Oh, I gotta go get them again. Yay. They respawn. I just get to have butterflies. Amazing. Oh no, I missed one! Shit. I got a little overzealous. Can I like... Oh, I tried to cheese the double jump, it didn't work. Dang it. Alright. Whoops. Alright. I did my best. I got a little overzealous on that first jump, is what it was. I was excited. I like the butterflies. That's a cute trick. I also love stuff that's a touch of fantasy, like this. It adds to the kind of charm and the peaceful nature of it. Oh. There's a bunch of butterflies here. Oh. Okay. I see those butterflies. I also see a spot to dig over here. Hello? Barber shop. Whoop. Turns and immediately smacks into a tree. This is lovely.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point, but my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? Surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, make this right to himself, more than to me.
There's a gnat flying in front of my screen during that. And I was trying not to accidentally smack my laptop. I did crack my back though, and that felt real nice. Oh, I see that. So do I take this over here? I know there's a spot over there, but let's go here first. Let me make sure I don't blow it on the first try. Okay. I did it anyway. Great. That looked all smooth and nice, like it was the spot I was supposed to do it in. I was probably just supposed to do it right in the front here. Maybe. Probably. Oh, man. This game cheeses me. A bunch more butterflies. Two more butterflies over there. Alright, we're just gonna try and go up the front this time? No? Huh. Don't imagine it'd be this side either. Nope. Come on, let me cheese it. Let me cheese it. No, let me cheese it. Come on. If you're gonna be this difficult, let me at least cheese. Oh, so close. Come on. Oh. The disrespect. Come on. Oh. It's not gonna let me. Maybe I'm not supposed to get up there. Let's go over here. I didn't think I saw anything up there, right? I don't know what I need these ones for. We can hear the rumble of the waterfall. Can I get in there? Oh. Nothing. I was being adventurous and it didn't even reward me that time. Rude. Yeah, I guess there's not anything up there, so those butterflies are placed there as a lie. Oh no, wait, there's lights. I am supposed to get up there. Wait, how? What if I like... Oh, come on. Aha! Oh, yeah! Ah! Got it. First try. Can't prove nothing. I just got a game that was kind of like this for the Switch, in that you play as a fox. That one's you're a fox looking for your friend that got captured by humans, I think it was. And hello. Okay. I didn't get very far in it yet. I was just kind of giving it a little, like, glimpse. But, it's also kind of atmospheric. It's a little bit more, like... unrefined, I guess. It's blockier kind of shapes and stuff like that. Um, but the same sort of atmospheric wandering. It's not as open, but it was cheap and cute, so I'm gonna try that game out eventually too. But it's funny that I stumbled upon two really cute. Oh, I need all three. Okay. Um. Well, that explains it. I could have gotten two and jumped up by the truck. I'm just an idiot. Okay. Um. I think it's funny that I found two really cute Fox games and are playing them pretty much back to back. But people like foxes, so it's unsurprising. Whoops. Oh, so I've got to do this. I can't jump because if I have the butterflies. Oh, okay. Was I supposed to go? Well, no, because I don't think I can just walk up that. Can I? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to walk up that one side and fall onto it, and then shit. Okay, I'm probably supposed to get the ones up here first. I'll see if I can just walk up here. I think I might need to jump to get to the butterflies at the end anyway. Okay, walk up that. Yep, magic. Boom. Professional gamer. Yeah. I think I gotta jump. Alright. Push. I made a little splash sound when I landed. That was cute. More! More! Oh. There's also a light up there. So I've got to do this twice? I gotta get that light. Oh, I missed anyway. Like a fool. Will this get me high enough? No. Back. Come here. This game is like kind of unforgiving for how cute it is. Here we go. Okay. Making me go through all this again. Not that it's much. It's not like I fighting for my life or anything. I'm just walking up a cliffside thing. But man, you make an idiot of yourself. You gotta backtrack. I don't know how long this game is either. I'm imagining I'm not beating it tonight. But we'll see. Just gotta get up there and then I'm heading towards the mountain maybe next. There's a mountain right in the background of that little spot where I jump. And then the tree was by the mountain. I don't imagine it's a long game. Not to say anything about
My
the people
friends
that
would
created
laugh
it.
about
Oh,
that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush and able to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
oh okay. I hope if I missed any of these that it'll be forgiving enough and have access ones. Oh.
If
To, like,
there
make
was
up for
some
it.
way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Oh, relatable content. I've spent a lot of nights thinking about my dad. Just in that, I think the most prominent memory is when I was really little, or not really little, I guess I was about in, 6th, 7th grade, something like that. I had a dream about him dying, and it put into perspective that while he wasn't super active in my life, I didn't want him out of it. And then we started talking again and whatnot. And we're in a pretty good place now. Oh, this is also really pretty, the sort of like teal tint to everything here. Almost jungle-like. I don't think I see anything that way, so let's go this way first. It's really weird to think about how much you need to... Oh, 50 stars achievement. How much you tend to need to think about that kind of stuff. About, is that a grave? No, it's a mattress. It's okay. I assumed the worst there. I was like, oh god. How much stuff you have to think about in your adult life from your childhood, even if it's something that's not particularly traumatic or anything like that, but you'll find yourself processing it years later, why you actually thought like that, or how it's still affecting you. And it's part of why we feel like we're kind of the sum of our memories and our experiences, the data that makes us up, the stuff that we've learned, the stuff that we've experienced. And that'll still shape us today, because maybe you'll find out, you know, oh, I thought like this because of this, and I shouldn't think like that, or I don't want to think like that, or, why do I think like that? Oh. The heck? What? I have to, like, catch it? Is that what it's trying to... Oh! Got it? Neat? Okay. Well then. I think that's another ruined campsite. Can't see any of the lights from up here. In that first area, they were reflecting everywhere, and now I can't just find them. That's the door. I have to really look for them now. Not that I mind. If I lived somewhere that looked like this, I would hike all the time. That's part of why I want to move up to the West Coast or something. Live somewhere beautiful, scenic, that I want to be in and want to be out in. But I definitely really want to stay coastal too, so it's two sides of me tugging at each other.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk, and I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
Looking everywhere, trying to make sure I don't miss anything. The paths are like how these these lights next to each other, or the areas where the lights are, aren't as obvious in this area. It's really hard to tell the perspective with these lights because the center of them is so much brighter, and then it has that like paler ring. I can't quite fathom how far away they are when I'm jumping onto them like that. My depth perception in video games is not great. Anyone who has ever played Mario 3D World can attest to that. Those little figures. What's that? I'm so curious and nosy. This game keeps putting little stuff in it. I'm just like, oh, what's this? Oh, a crit. A danger crit. A barbarian death crit. Let's go to that big spot. That was meant to be heading towards that. This game is more peaceful than I expected, because it's not just an atmospheric, I'm exploring around as a fox kind of game, but it's somebody working through their memories and dreams and stuff, which is kind of cathartic, I guess, especially as somebody that's had to do the same.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
Aw.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
I kind of wish I had more memories like that. I don't have bad ones. Like, I don't want to say I lucked out with having a dad and a stepdad, but my stepdad definitely took longer to click with me, and so we don't have as many of those memories, because by then I was noticing all the other stuff that he'd do. And it's my birth father that really I have most of those kinds of memories with. And they're really nice ones. Like the first time he ever showed me an eagle's nest, that was crazy. They're massive. And there were quite a few of them out in Ohio. Or that time I think it was a muskrat, the hell? Came up and swam right next to me on this dock, and I was running alongside the dock with this muskrat swimming with me, like a mile from our campsite or whatever. And how cold it was that night in that tent. Got quiet. This area was bigger than I thought it was. I wonder if I even need all these lights. Or if they're just entirely optional even. Oh, this is daunting. How do I even get up here? I see that light over there, but let me peek over here real quick. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm guessing the first tree is in reference to the first tree that you carved, that you just mentioned. And I imagine that's where we'll like end then, is at that tree at that campsite. But I wonder where the fox's story will end with her babies, and if any of them will survive. That is not the kind of surface I thought it was. I thought that was a slope I could climb up, and it was not. It was an angular edge to the mountain. Here we go. else over here? Okay. Achievement unlocked. Oh, I hear the vines creaking over there. Oh, missed. Well, I think there was still one more thing to dig further out. So we'll go that way first. Maybe we will beat this tonight. I really like how it opens up on, out onto fields like that. Seeing big fields like that, like standing at the top of a hill, always make you feel so small.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. Then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Yeah, childhood homes, when you're not a child anymore, feel entirely different somehow. I remember trying to find excuses to drive past my childhood house. There's only a couple towns over. Just see it again. Only from the outside and only from the front. And every time they changed something, it was like something chipped away. But it kind of like keeps you humble, remembering where you came from. This game's deep. Makes it really easy to get caught up in that kind of stuff. And also accidentally get deep. Oh, but that's a grave. That is a grave. Does it say anything on it? Oh, nothing I can read. Wait. Ah! Heck. Dig it. Did they know we would try and read it? Is that why they have it Neum like that? That's funny. If that was intentional, that's smart. If it wasn't, then lucky break. Oh, are we going to the coast next? Ooh. I'm down with that. Yeah, seems like it. Let me get these lights. Click, click. Eh.
The
Oh.
perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Hmm. I don't know how well it's picking up the little cries of the fox cubs, but oh my gosh, or pups. I'm gonna maul this motherfucker. Are you killing my kids? Let's go. Mano a mano. Beach ass. Yeah, you better run. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Eh. My depth perception. I apparently don't need to double jump. Oh, there I did. Heck. Oh. There we go. Man, I thought I was going to the beach. The heck? I heard seagulls. Instead, I found a dead child. The thing that killed it, probably. Unless this has some plot twist where it's like that thing didn't kill it and the bad thing that we thought was bad all along wasn't, or whatever. I don't want to say this is a cello if it's not a cello and like make myself sound like ass, but I love cellos. I love the sound. I love string instruments, period. But this music, this soundtrack, I would listen to this. I would fall asleep to this. I hope there's nothing off the path. This is a whole area on it themselves. Wow. The only reason why I hesitate on what to name string instruments is I found out there's like a million string instruments and each one is like a baby step from another and they can sound kind of the same. Their range is just slightly different. And ever since then, I just don't trust the string instrument that I think something is to actually be that.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
That's it? What are these letters? Oh wait, what else am I supposed to do? I mean, that's fair. That was that was a whole conclusion. The regret of somebody dying and things left unsaid, whatnot, is a lot, but I don't think that's where the dialogue's gonna end, right? There's gotta be more. We haven't made it to the tree yet. Oh. Uh,
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this.
oh,
I'm sorry for everything,
the
and I
land
know you
disappeared.
need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
I like that my world, the Fox's world, is susceptible to whatever they're talking about. The elements of it, like the cars and the toys and stuff. But then also this, where I was just afloat until something new happened. That's a Patronus.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself.
I'm probably gonna wind up being really quiet because it's getting really melancholic.
I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared? I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more, I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words. I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling, of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you. You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
It's hard to think of something to fill the silence after that kind of dialogue, but that was really cute. Look at all these little deer. Oh. Oh. That's cute. There's so many ambient noises. Onward. Probably finally coming up on that tree. I definitely didn't expect this game to be deep. I really thought that it was just a peaceful little atmospheric game with nice music and cute art. And then here we are. Getting melancholic, getting real. Nostalgic. I don't like that we come straight into...
Fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
I broke 100 stars. Got an achievement for that too. Whee! I wonder how this is gonna go. That it either might go with the happy ending, which we obviously want, where the fox kit is okay. Or it might go a route of accepting that things don't always turn out like you expect. Or like you want. And having to move on. I have no idea which route it's gonna go. But the rain is kind of foreboding. This fox has traveled far, too. I'm glad that it is kind of paced to you running. Oh, look at all the... Oh, the flowers. The pollen. That's pretty. Oh. Wow. My allergies would be unhappy at the end of a day being in a place like this, but it would be so worth it. He said that stuff from his life was still dotting the ground everywhere, but I don't see anything. Nothing to dig up or anything. Oh, there's logs over there. Is that supposed to be the house they grew up in, or where the dad worked? Oh, yeah, it might be a log mill thing. See much out here, so we might be just straightforward heading on and on and on. That's not a tree. Oh, is this the house that they lived at? I go in? Can I go in? No. Where do I go? Got the shuffling sound of running through the grass. Why does it look like a watermelon? Guess I went the wrong way. Might have been a path this way. So used to in games you go towards something maybe not necessarily obvious, but You'll find a path or whatever and you just go. And this game keeps not doing that. I got something. No. It's just weird lighting. No, this is the right way then. So we found a hospital bed. Oh, there's something to dig all the way over there. Heck. If this is the right place to be, I really don't want to run all the way over there. Come back. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, but I really liked the storytelling. Screw it. Alright. All the way out and back. Once again punished for going in a straight line and not running out and exploring things. But they made it also less obvious since the first, like, region that you were in. I guess if I had headed toward the logs, I would have seen it. Oh, I'm not getting up there. Showcased perfectly in this game is my desire to randomly climb high objects, which is a desire I constantly have in real life. One little flower. It doesn't take as long as it feels it would to get across the map, though, so that's good.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Wow. That was worth going all the way over there to feel. That's why you don't yell. You never know what somebody's going through, what'll be their last thing that they hear, the last thing that they say. We can't afford to yell. It really adds to the atmosphere that there's only like 2 things in this section. But there's less and less as it goes.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard.
Yeah, there's their
I'm
house.
sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Was it my stepdad and I that had that conversation too? About, we saw Best Boy Grip in the credits and we were like, what? Excuse me? We eventually looked into it or whatever, but... Oh...
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
I really love the unspoken gamer rule of, oh, I can clearly walk up this, so it's clearly where I should be going. For a minute, I thought the fox was just gonna, like, lay down and die, if I'm being honest. She lost all three of them. What? The first tree awakens and gently asks if there is one last message the fox wants to tell her children. She replies back and says, wait, I get as many characters as I found like. Oh. I don't know why I feel like I'm gonna cry. Wow. Um, I'm probably taking this more seriously than I need to.
guess our journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream, a distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
Wow. Um, oh my god, this mouse sensitivity. Oh, I don't have a reflection. What am I doing? Hmm. Did I hear something? Oh, not that way. I'm hearing stuff that way, but what am I looking for? Is this a camouflage tent? Not this way. That looks like I'd go that way. Not that way. Oh, I think I know where I'm going. Well, I mean, I don't know where I'm going, but I have no freaking clue where I'm going. This is just a weird rock. Where the hell am I supposed to be going? Cool, beautiful, atmospheric. What am I doing? That shed is weirdly clean. What am I doing? I'm out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the night. found the tent. Am I supposed to interact with it? A lighter. Oh wait, am I supposed to sit in a chair? No. Oh, am I supposed to go in? Memories.
What the hell?
Oh, that's why I want to let me go this way yet. Oops. I doubt I'm wearing shoes. I also left the front door wide open, so my girlfriend, wife, whatever is gonna freeze. Good job. I say it to the creators as if they hear me. Also, yeah, the music, wow. That was good. Definitely not a choked up. Oh. Would you like to anonymously submit your statement to the first trigger online moderated database? Sure. It may appear randomly to other players. Where? How? Oh, is it... Was the message on the tree randomly generated from other players? Wow. So the... Ugh, I'm fine. So the message was what? The fox told her babies. So it was what a parent would say to a child. And that's what he found at the end. That's cool. That's good. Ugh. Well, that's it. That was a beautiful game. That was an experience. I'm really glad that it exists and that I got to play it. That was really nice. I feel like a lot of people probably need a game like this in their lives. So I hope the people that need it find it. Um, I might post this to YouTube, so why not? But yeah, I wish I could get a lot of people to play this. I'm uh, I'm gonna go to bed. Um, hopefully I don't dream about a fox losing her babies. Good night.